computer. All right. So happy, today is Wednesday. Yes, thank you, Cynthia. I did this in our team huddle yesterday. So happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm so excited to be on this call with you guys today. You know, we had many rank ups last month, and our team is growing like wildfire, which is a really good thing. And then at the same time, it's like we have to adjust and figure out these new adjustments because, you know, people you're used to seeing all the time and people you're used to leading are now, you know, leading their own thing. So it's a good thing. And for our emotions, it's not the greatest, but it is a good thing because that means that our organization is impacting so many more people. So there are many of us on this call that I don't know, and I would love to get to know you guys. If you are a brand new coach this year, can you please post it in the comments? We all want to give you guys a warm welcome and say hello and welcome to our organization. I've been a coach for probably a little bit over, about 4 years. Craig Chapman is on the call, and he is my health coach and also a part of my mentorship team. You know, he came into a bank one day, you know, shared his story with me and completely changed my life. So that's why this program is for everybody. It is not just for people that need to lose weight, because I didn't need to lose weight. I'm 5'1", 115 pounds when he shared this program with me, and it impacted me. So this is why we share this with everyone. But if you are a new coach in the house, welcome. Please post. We want to give you guys a warm welcome. So do me a favor. There are 37 of us in this call right now. Will you post in the comments how much weight you've lost or you've gained? Because in this program, we gain and we lose. So how much weight have you guys lost on this program? Do share with me how much you guys have lost. Ooh, that is awesome, Kristen. That's amazing. That is so awesome. Okay, this is really good. 35 and 32, Mary and your hubby, I see that. 14 from Joey. Kim Robbins, you lost how much? 60. Nick, you lost 100. That is amazing, you guys. Isn't it crazy what this program does? Like, it is beyond phenomenal how it impacts lives. And, you know, we can tell that as we lose the weight, you know, we gain so much in our mindset. And I love that about this program, that, you know, it does both things. You lose and you gain, but you gain in the good ways. So this is so awesome, you know. So today we want to celebrate the heck out of everybody that has, you know, posted in the comments. Welcome, congratulations to the people that have lost weight. And then we also want to celebrate the heck out of the people that have ranked up. That means that you are putting in the work. That means that you are, you know, in daily consistent action. That means that you are slowly but surely building an incredible business, and you are impacting lives. More than anything else, I think even personally, more than the money, more than the rank ups, it is the lives that you are helping change, which is what I absolutely love about this. So congratulations. Give yourselves, all of you guys, a round of applause, because first of all, everybody that's on this call is doing this, you know, is impacting lives. But second of all, the people that are ranking up, you're also filling your pockets, and you're also, you know, able to, if you want, create an incredible legacy for your family. So we had a record-breaking month this last month. Over 1,000 lives were impacted and were changed and started their journey to health. We had about 107 new coaches last month join our team. See how we're growing like wildfire? It's so crazy. You know, when I went to my first event probably 4 years ago, there was probably just like 30 of us, and everybody knew each other, and it's just like multiplied. And from 2 years ago to last year, I mean, there's so many faces I don't even know anymore. So it's a good thing, because that only means that we are impacting so many lives. So how many of you guys put a 1 in the Zoom? We're going to start this again. Put a 1 in the Zoom. How many of you guys have ever attended a destination training with Optavia? Put a 1 in the Zoom. Awesome. I see those ones popping up. That is awesome. Okay. Put a number 2 if these events have been super impactful in your life. Like maybe you thought, meh, I'm just going to go because my mentor coach told me. But then you went and it was like, boom. Put a 2. Okay, I see the 2s blowing up, right? 2 times 2. Oh, wow. Okay, that was Jamil. 2 times 2 million. Yes, absolutely. Right? It's been incredible. So we have our next event coming up in July. We are headed to Orlando. And one of the things that I remember a coach telling me was, it's not just about you coming, but it's also asking yourselves the question, who are you going to bring to this event? So my question to you is, who are you going to bring to this event? Because you will be impacted. I guarantee it. I'm almost 100% sure. I'm 99.99% sure that something's going to happen in your life as you see the vision and the mission and the heart of Dr. A, as you see the community, as you see all those incredible stories up on the stage, you will be impacted. But the question is, who are you going to bring to this event so that their life can change? So National Convention 2019, it's showing right now that it will be sold out. It is going to be sold out, and it's going to be like, it's going to be a legit thing. So if you have not gotten your registration, I encourage you do that ASAP, as soon as possible. If you don't know where to go, speak to your mentors and see where they tell you to go. And that way you can go there and purchase your registration. And then start thinking about who you're going to bring with you as well, because you want to bring people. Even with your brand new coaches, as you start bringing on your brand new coaches, you want to ask, who are you going to bring to convention? Who is coming with you? Because the more people you bring, the more lives you are going to impact, the more coaches you are going to impact, and it's just going to be amazing. So definitely, if you have not gotten your convention tickets, it is May, June, July. We have about 2.5 months to get our tickets. So do that ASAP. Do not wait last minute because you want to get your ticket, then you have to get your flights, and then you have to think about where you're going to stay. So I would encourage you to break things one at a time. So that is what I have to explain to you guys. So without further ado, I want to get into celebrating, our coaches. But before I do that, I remember Jamal asked me to do one more thing. He wants me to share how important these events are. You guys, I cannot emphasize how important this is. Even if you've been a coach for a few years and you think, I don't want to go because it's the same thing again, every time I go and I feel that way, oh my gosh, something happens in me and I come back with so much more fire. So I want you guys to experience the same thing. And if there's anything I would encourage you to do, if there's one thing I would encourage you to trust, if you don't trust your mentor, but there's one thing you would say, okay, I'll trust you on one thing, it is about the events. Go to the event. Go as someone who is not attached to any of you guys. I'm not like emotionally attached to any of you guys, or I'm not attached to you guys in any way, but I cannot commend how important these events are, because it will do something to your mind. It will do something to your life. And when you catch the vision and the mission, it's going to change everything for you. If you can take your spouse as well. Because it's so important that spouses, right, are in tune and are in sync with each other when it comes to, this thing. And I would encourage you, if there's a way for you to get your spouse with you to Optavia, bring them to the event, please. Woohoo! I saw that, Stephanie. Yay! We get to meet your husband. That's awesome. So anyway, let's continue. I want to introduce Mary and Chase. I believe it is Basinger. Yes. Probably, I'm not sure, but I want to introduce them to us. Last month, they led the way in sponsoring, the most coaches. So I would love to hear from you guys 3 to 4 pieces of advice, and share with us how you guys did this, what happened to your minds, that you guys were able to bring this amount of people in, and what you guys are planning on doing now.
Hi, everybody. My name is Chase, and this is my wife, Mary. And I tell you what, for us, it began last year, and being on program, both of us lost 30 some odd pounds, and we were forced to make a decision about whether to coach ourselves or refer people back to Kirsten. And we decided to coach and brought on 5. We got our cab bonus, and I tell you, things have just exploded. They've exploded. And yes, this past month we brought on 3 new coaches, but I could tell you from the very beginning, these 3 that came on as coaches, I could tell you when they started program that they were going to be coaches. I could just tell you they were excited. And so for us, it's been a roller coaster ride. And I'll give props to my wife, because she does all of the work. I mean, I talk to coaches, but my wife does all of this. So I'm going to give the floor over to her and let her explain how she was very successful. This is Mary.
Okay, now I've got 3 minutes. I'm going to do this. All right, I have 4 different things here that I want to go over. And I think what's so cool about it is we have done all of this on Facebook so far. Everything has been done on Facebook. We'd like to reach out a little bit more, but I am a stay-at-home mom with 4 kids that I homeschool, and so everything is done through Facebook. So the first thing is getting clients excited about your program, their program, and confident. I think that is the biggest tip. Getting your clients excited about what they're doing. If they're struggling with accountability, tell them they need to be a coach. If they're doing awesome on program and they're like your model client, tell them they need to be a coach. You're looking for every opportunity to get those clients going and excited. I know one of the things that really worked for us to get them excited was lives, Facebook Lives, doing an interview with them, and they immediately had people coming to them asking what they're doing, and more than one. And so then they're faced with that question: am I going to coach, or am I just going to pass all of these people to Chase and Mary? And so that's been a huge one. Going through your friends list on social media alphabetically, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, comment, like, you know what Jamila always says, comment, like, message. And look at every person as someone who needs to be an Optavia. I don't care if they need to be a client. I don't care if they need to be a coach. I don't care if they need to recommend or refer people to you, but they need to be a part in this amazing transforming company who's transforming lives all around the world. Also, number 3, think of those things, think of those who may not be on program, but they also desire to help others. I know that sometimes we can just get stuck on our clients. And, you know, of course, I have 5 clients that I have my eye on right now who I know are going to be coaches one day. I just know that. And it's just a mindset thing where you know that they see your confidence, they see that that you have, see their potential, and so that they're more willing to step out and try it. So just have a confident mindset in that, and just say, you know what, you are going to be an amazing coach one day. Just talk to them like they are going to be that coach. Also, constantly be adding to your list of potential coaches. And just like you have that list of clients, potential clients going, be adding to that list of potential coaches. You know, don't nag people, but just the more conversations you have, the more you go through that alphabetical list, the better. And I have a few seconds left. Then post alluding to your new entrepreneurial lifestyle. I just stole something from someone, a post at Dave Ramsey, a quote from Dave Ramsey that said, the worst thing you can do is get a second job. The best thing you can do is start a home-based business. And then I said, the worst of the wise. I stole this from someone else too. See, we can steal things from each other, y'all. This is awesome. Accepting applications for health coaching, dress code casual, perfect people will not be considered. Extremely fulfilling, no time clock. So make it people aware of what that they can be a part of and to help others. And y'all, I have so much more I could say, but I'm going to go ahead and give the floor over to the next person. So it's an amazing opportunity. We should not be scared to share it. Not at all.
Oh my gosh, you guys have been coaching 1 month?
No, we've been coaching seriously 4 months.
Wow.
Maybe 5 now.
Maybe
5 months
maybe
now.
5.
Yeah.
Wow, I am so blown away by your mindset. I mean, with that kind of mindset, I'm just like I don't even know. I'm like, wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. Well, you know what? Definitely what you guys said, you guys are right on the money, right? I mean, the way you're viewing this as a lifestyle program and how it can change lives, it's so true. I mean, you heard before I clicked on recording, my coach shared this with me, and I was 5'1", 115 pounds. Had he had a fat list, you know, and he would have said, well, she doesn't need the program, I wouldn't be here today. So I love the fact that that's the mindset that you guys have. And, you know, you've tossed that list out and it's like, hey, who can I help? you know, I'd love to help you through the financial route, and I'd love to help you through the healthy body and healthy mind route. But oh my gosh, guys, keep going this way. And I mean, things are going to happen, like begin to happen. That is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us. So I would love to bring on next a few transformational stories. As you know, we coach healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances. So I have a few stories that I would love for you guys to hear. And the very first person I want to introduce is my beautiful and lovely friend, Kim Robbins. Kim Robbins, I'm going to let her share her story. So Kim, are you there? Kim?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? So hi everybody. So yeah, I'd like to share my story. So Priscilla just happens to be my coach. She's so amazing. She's probably one of the best coaches in our team, and I'm so blessed to have her. So my story, I've always been an emotional eater. I had a lot of trauma growing up, and so I turned to food as a coping mechanism. So from the time I was in junior high, for the last, I'm 45, all these years, I've struggled with my weight. And, I did lose a little bit of weight in my 20s by weighing and measuring and counting calories. But once I had 4 kids in 3 years, I have twins, and I didn't have time for any of that. So I tried all other kinds of different diets. I tried the keto diet. I did paleo. I did an all meat diet, which I don't recommend. It's not very good. And I did the juicing diet, which I miss chewing. So, I tried it all, and I would lose a little bit of weight, but then I'd be right back to where I was. So I had gotten to the point where I was just tired of trying to do things on my own. I'm a very independent person, and, struggling with weight loss all those years was a very private part of my life that I didn't like to share with others. But I decided to do something differently, and I kept seeing Priscilla putting up these before and afters on her Facebook page. So I decided to reach out to her, and it was the best decision I ever did. Just recognizing that I couldn't do this alone. And so Priscilla told me about program in August. I started in August. I lost 60 pounds in 7 months. I'm in the best shape of my life. I haven't been this size since before I was married. So I feel good. Physically I feel good. I wasn't able to do hardly any kind of the exercises that I like to do, like hiking and just walking. And now I can, hike up a mountain, run around a track, and I don't get out of breath. And that was simply just from losing all of that weight. So I feel so good. My mental, the way that I look at food has changed, which is really the biggest thing. You can try and lose weight at any kind of diet, but to really change the way that you look at food, you have to change it in your brain. You have to change that mindset. So for me, this program has really changed the way I look at food. Now that I'm on maintenance, I've been able to maintain my weight for 2 months. And, I can eat anything I want, basically. But the things that I choose to eat are things that are still, the healthy things that Dr. A talks about. I don't want the unhealthy things anymore because I know how they make me feel. So it really has literally changed my life, my physical life, changed my mental life. And I've been coaching now for since I think it was September. I signed up my first person. I was kind of scared too. I was like, well, I'm still losing weight. How could I do coaching? I don't even know this thing. And Priscilla was like, you're doing great. You're going to do great. I'm like, all right. My sister wanted to go on and wanted to lose weight. So wanted to do programs. So I signed her up, and she's down 60 pounds. And I found that by coaching, not only was I able to, continue to lose weight, and now I'm able to keep it off because I have a bunch of people who are following me. And when you coach, you're 5 times more likely to get to your goal weight and keep it off. Not only is that helping me, but I've been able to help people and feel good about, these people I've been able to, I think I'm at like 55 people I've helped now. And I have a bunch of people getting off on maintenance this month. And it's so satisfying to see them change, and not just their physical self, but just like me, changing those mental habits that they had in their lives where they would turn to food and really change that habit. And so it's really helped in that way, but also financially. So my husband lost his job a couple years ago, and I had decided to go back to school and finish my degree so that I can help with the finances. And so I've been in school this whole time. I've been full-time in school doing coaching. I also run my own photography business. But I'm realizing that through coaching, we're able to get back in our financial health. And I'm actually going to continue doing coaching instead of going back and doing teaching, which is really exciting because I want to be able to control my own schedule like I have been for the past 13 years of being a photographer. So I'm going to be making, so much more than I would have just going back to school and teaching, and still be able to have the freedom and, the lifestyle that I want. And my husband has been watching me do this and has been so excited about me doing program and getting healthy. He went on the 501. He's lost 35 pounds. And he's decided to become a coach on his own. And I told him, like, okay, I'm not going to coach you because spouses are not supposed to coach their spouses. So you're going to have to go to Priscilla. So Priscilla has been coaching him. Last night he had 2 phone calls, and just hearing him from the other room, listening to him talk about, how this is going to help other people and change other people's lives is just amazing. So this has really changed my life. It changed my family's life. It's changed my marriage. It's changed my financial future. So I'm really grateful for this program.
Love it, Kim. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Y'all, are we a weight loss company?
Sort of.
Kind of, okay, yes, they lose some weight, but I mean, that is just, how do I say that? I think for me personally, the weight loss is just an added benefit to what happens to people's lives, because for me, program is what happens up here. And I often tell people, you change your mind and you will change your life. Because you can go on anything and lose the weight. But if nothing changes up here, then, I mean, it is what it is, So I love it. Kim, thank you so much for sharing your story. That was really amazing. I want to introduce another mom boss who is also incredible at what she does. And she's had an insane mental shift in the last 2 or 3 months. So Cynthia, are you there? Will you share with us your story, please?
Sure. Can you hear me? Okay. Should I set my timer? Because I know I'm going to go over the 3 minutes. So thank you for having me on. I just noticed that I don't share my story enough. So it's about time to do that. I came into Optavia. My health journey started 2 years ago, and Priscilla Allen happens to be my health coach. So I came in wanting to lose 10 pounds, the weight that I had the last few pounds of my pregnancy weight. I ended up losing 20 pounds in 2 months. So very predictable physical transformation. I actually, I took my health to the next level, and I'm building muscle weight, and I've been at the leanest and healthiest that I've ever been. And so that transformation has been amazing. But for me, I think mostly it has been my mental transformation throughout this journey. So within a month of being on plan, Priscilla invited me to a coaching event in Long Beach. I was very open to it because I was very close to heading back to work after having my second. But I did debate going back just because my job was super demanding. In corporate, the more you know, the more they make you work. So I traveled to 6 different locations full time. One day I was 9:30 to 6 and staying overtime. With 1 kid, the next I would be 7:30 to 4 different locations. So, and then working in the healthcare field, doing x-rays, mammograms, and bone density. And I had just gotten my MRI license, and it was a little bit much, doing holidays, weekends, and really stressful working with doctors. Pay was great, but I think it was like my priorities had changed at that point. I wanted to be more present with my kids, and I had watched Priscilla's posts, and I thought, why not give this a shot? I showed up to the event. I was blown away by the sense of community. That was something I was lacking. I did not grow up in the States, so I never really made like long-lasting bonds with my college friends. So, I love that community. And so, that's one of the aspects that led me to coaching. Another one was that I wanted to stay home, but with all due respect to all moms, because it's a stay-at-home moms, it's a full-time job, but I know I'm meant to do more. I'm not the type. I love challenges. I love to grow, and I couldn't just picture myself raising kids at home and doing nothing else. So, so here I go. I'm coaching. 3 months in, I hit ED. and I was this grumpy little like mom, just not satisfied with all this and being very negative. I reached ED with a very limited mindset. So Mary, the base angels, I'm so proud of you for, having this mindset. I did not have that. So I need to do a lot of growth. My timer is up, but are we good to continue? So that's where my mental transformation happened. I started to working on myself, and even if I were to leave coaching now, I've become such a different person that I'm so grateful of who I've become. I live above the line, and I still, try to practice it every single day. But my marriage has improved because I was horrible at communicating. But see, when you're in a negative space, you don't realize all of that. I was always the one to blame others, and I lived in a negative bubble. So living above the line has changed so much. I'm a better listener, better mom, better wife, better neighbor. And so that's a huge thing for me. So when it comes to the financial part now, we were comfortable financially, right? So regardless, I was going to stay home. So I think in this business, being comfortable, it's kind of like a curse, because a lot of times the financial needs puts you on fire and gets you into action, and being consistent with your, actions. So what happened with me is I felt comfortable along my journey, my coaching journey. And so a lot of times a lot of things were challenging. I had to overcome them. But I felt very comfortable at staying where I was and feeling like I was stuck at one point. I was ED for a long time, and so I had this huge mental shift. In last month, actually, because the more I did trainings, the more I was like, we need to live in a world of abundance, not being content with where we are. Why being satisfied with being good when we can achieve greatness? Time freedom is something that we lack. My husband has his own business. So, I sat down with him and I set huge goals, like goals that really scare us. We did a structural tension chart, and ever since, we've been in action, because I know that we can hit that goal in 2 years. And so I wake up every single day making that decision and living that dream, that time freedom that we're going to have in 2 years, and put in the work, and being the person I need to become to be able to grow my team, and grow myself, and grow my client base. And since a lot has happened in 1 month, I was able to bring on 5 coaches, help my coaches, he's senior coach and 1 ED within a month. And we're just going to keep in action and just duplicate this to be able to get there. So I'm very grateful for, taking advantage of all the components of really the trilogy, I would say, healthy body, mind, and finances. I think I'm really embracing all of this and taking advantage of all these components. And I'm excited to see where this will bring us in 2 years. Thank you for having me on, and sorry for not respecting the time. You're on mute, I believe.
Yes, I was on mute. Wait, you are unmuted. Can you guys hear me now? Yeah, okay, perfect. That is awesome. I cannot stress how powerful it is what happened to her. She was very, very comfortable where she was for a very long time. And I'm not exactly sure where the shift happened, but in February, I was in Hawaii with my husband, and I get a message from Cynthia. She's like, I need to talk to you like yesterday, like ASAP. You need to call me. I don't care what you're doing. You're probably in the pool. Oh, well, call me. So I was like, oh gosh, this must be an emergency, So I call her and I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, Priscilla, I don't know what kind of shift has happened to me, but I need to grow this business and I need your help because I am committed to grow and I am committed to hit some goals. Like she goes, and I have some crazy goals I want to share with you when you get back. But ever since that mental shift happened and she became more coachable, that is one of the biggest things. You have got to become more coachable. She hopped on the trainings. That was amazing. Even when she felt uncomfortable to do certain things I told her to do, she went out and she did them. So you want a massive business. These are a few tips I encourage you to do. 1, be coachable. It doesn't matter what background you have. It doesn't matter whether you have a PhD, you're a doctor, you're a nurse. If you are not coachable, you are not going to grow this business. Okay? Be coachable. Get on these trainings and be consistent. And read your structural tension chart every single day. Read your goals every single day, because that will spearhead you to do this consistent action, to do this thing we call consistency in action. Okay? Anyway, just a little spiel there I wanted to throw in. Want to introduce also Priscilla. Priscilla Nelson has been coaching or committed to coaching since December. And I would love for her to share her transformational story with you guys. Priscilla, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me? You can hear me. Okay, awesome. I'm setting my timer right now, old-fashioned timer. Thank you for having me on. I'm really honored to be able to share my story with you guys. A couple of years ago, I was in a very broken place in my life, and I was in the middle of a divorce, and life as I knew it was pretty much shattered. I had been a stay-at-home mom, and my whole life was revolved around my family and my marriage. And so I was in a really bad place. And how I can explain it, the best way I can explain where I was in my life, is that I was so depressed that I didn't even have the motivation to get out of bed. And the only thing the only reason why I was able to get out of bed every day and shower is because I didn't know I was going to cry. I knew that my daughter was going to be home from school. She was in high school. And I knew she was going to walk through the door at like 3:00 after school. So I was in that bad of a place. I was on antidepressants, and it was horrible. And I hid it from a lot of people. A lot of people didn't even know really what was going on in my life and in my marriage. And a lot of people were praying for me, and I didn't even know it, but a lot of people were praying for me, and I had pretty much even stopped praying myself. I was that broken. And, but I'm a firm believer that God puts little angels in our lives here on earth. And so along comes this program, and along comes my health coach, Priscilla Allen. And, to be honest, when I first went on program, I started and stopped and failed a few times. And it was that last time that I decided to go on and give it another try that something stuck with me. And so I kept on program, and I kept going, and I started to feel better, and I started to lose weight, and I felt better and better and better, and I kept going. And I worked a lot on self-development and personal development as we do on this program, and I really took it to heart. And so fast forward to now, I'm really happy to say that I've lost over 38 pounds, and I am actually in better health than I have been since high school. And I'm 54, so that's a long time. Seriously, I'm in better health since high school. And it's not only the weight loss. The weight loss is great, and it's done so much for me for sure, but it's really getting healthy, and it's getting a healthy mind. My whole life has changed, and it maybe sounds so, cliche or silly to say, but it's honestly true. The quality of my life has changed on a daily basis. Oops. So anyway, I'm really motivated because I know what the program has done for me. And back on December 26th, I decided to give it my all and become a health coach. And I have helped like 49 people so far. And I'm so passionate about it because I know that so many people's lives can be changed if they just follow this program. So I knew that I'd be a really great health coach because I had such a transformation, and my heart is to help others. But even more, I really wanted something of my own. I wanted a fulfilling career. I wanted to be able to help people, but I also wanted to have a career that I could be proud of and set goals and meet those goals for me. And so that's what I did. And I reached ED within the first 3 months, and my business keeps growing every month. And it's just the best decision I've ever made. So that's it. I'm out of time.
Oh my gosh, Priscilla, I love your story. That is so awesome. And, that goes to show to everybody, Priscilla was a coach 6 or 7 months prior to her actually becoming a committed coach. And that shows that we don't burn relationships with people that decide not to coach. We must keep watering those seeds, and we must keep loving on those people. And that's what this business is all about. It's bringing in as many people as we possibly can and saying, hey, like, there is room for you. There's room for you. And you know what? You're not ready now. That's okay. When you're ready, there's room for you. So if you have coaches that, you feel have been just MIA, were coach kit buyers, at some point had a massive why and then just went MIA on you, like, that was Priscilla. I was going to call Priscilla and tell Priscilla, hey, return your coach kit, because if you're not going to do this, that was like me living under the line, not above the line. I was way under the line, But then, you know what? Something happened. And when she was ready, she was ready. And our community was there to accept her when she was ready to do this. So that's why I encourage you, if you guys have a list of coaches that have just been coach kit buyers that are not doing anything, that reactivated their coach kits and then never did anything again, doesn't matter. Our job is to love on these people, to water those seeds and be like, hey, just so you know, when you're ready to run, I'm here for you. So thank you so much, Pete, for sharing your story with us. So I want to I want to congratulate David McCann. David is a director. Woo-woo! He ranked up to director this last month. And I would love for him to share with us a little bit about himself and, any tips he may have to help us grow our business.
Okay. Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you're there.
I'm Dave. Real quick, about a year and a half ago, I had wrestled my whole life, so my dieting was real bad. I used to suck weight and do it the bad way and never really learned healthy living. And then about a year and a half ago, I went into the mall, I looked in the mirror on the wall, and I saw myself, and I was like, holy crap, I can't believe how fat I am. So I went home, and my wife had been talking to Steve Waite, and he'd been talking to her about the diet and stuff, and I kept saying, I tried everything. No, I'm not interested. So that day when I saw myself, I was like, I got to do it. So that was October of this past year, and I'm down 82 pounds. I was 265, and now I'm 180. But I'm only 5'5". I'm a short guy, so it was a lot of weight to be carrying around. But so I did that. In December, I started coaching. I kind of was just, posting pictures of myself and getting people that way. And over the last since January, I've been calling. I work full time, so I do it in my spare time. And I think I've called 20 people only. I'm just getting started at this. And 17 of them have, but I think it's because of the phone calls. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about three things. One, never assume that someone can't afford it. Never assume that someone doesn't want to lose weight. Don't hide behind messaging. Call them. Because I used to do messaging and say, hey, you interested in this program and all that? And you can't really explain it very well. So then I started calling, and I was getting like everyone to join me, and it's amazing. So far, I think there was 15 people at the time that I've helped. We're over 550 pounds lost. So it's going really well. And then just recently, I started reaching out to coaches. Actually, just yesterday, I started reaching out to coaches. I wanted to build my clients to lose some weight, to get them confident in it and want to support it. So I've reached out. Now I have 3 calls coming up this week with my coach, Steve, and these 3 clients. And I'm going to feel it out, learn how we do it, and then build off that. And hopefully it'll grow faster. But I'm very happy with it. Also, one last thing. A lot of these companies, you'll see, coaches behind you at first, and then they leave and they don't support you, and they're too worried about growing their business. The one thing I would say is keep the communication with your clients and help them along the way. So they're not 1 month and they're done. You want them to continue to lose the weight, get healthy, learn how to eat well. And that's been that's been really good for me, and my friends have appreciated it. And having them, especially some close friends on it, has kept me accountable and keeps me going on plan. So, that's all I have to say, but I'm really excited about it. I think we should all be excited with what the possibilities are. That's it.
Oh my gosh, that is so powerful, David. Thank you for sharing that. I love what you said at the end. Client support is vital, 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 vital for this business. If you are not bringing on coaches and you don't know why your clients are not becoming coaches on your team, I encourage you to analyze where your support is and how much support you're giving these clients, because it is vital that we are not just their BFFs for the first month, and then you see that they're going to get an auto renewal and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had that person. Let me call her right now. And, it's because both of you got an email, so you remember that client. So it's important to create structure and, and have that client support, all the way until the end. I mean, this is a relationship-based business, right? That's what this is. So relationships are key for you to grow your business. And another thing you said is, do not judge people and assume that people have or do not have the money to do this. That was me when I was a new coach. I was like, oh, that person doesn't have that money to do it. Oh, that person. And then the people that I thought had the money to do it didn't have the money to do it. And the people that that I thought didn't have the money surprised me and bought the kit, right? So our job as coaches is to just invite the people. We're not trying to sell a product. We are just going to invite them. If you get good at inviting your clients or your potential clients to the program, then there's no emotional attachment of you trying to get them to do the program. You just do what every step says, and then now you're inviting them to do the program. If they can now, great. If they can't because there's no money, that's okay. It's just no right now. But when they are ready, they'll do it. I always say, if you have an iPhone, you can do this program, and I think like the majority of Americans have iPhones or Androids, you can do the program, So thank you so much for sharing, David. I really appreciate that. I want to bring on Abigail. Abigail Garcia, yay, you're there. Congrats, Mama. I am so excited for you. Will you share with us a little bit about yourself and your tips that you have for us?
Hi, everyone. My name is Abigail Garcia, and I'm so excited to be on this call. I honestly never thought I was going to be on this call. I've been on these calls, and James was like, hey, congrats on ranking up. And I'm like, I ranked up? I'm like, and I went on my Activia today, and I'm like, holy crap, that's awesome. And so, yeah, a little bit about me. I've been coaching for about 10 months. I started doing program. My health coach is Danny and Cindy Garcia. I saw their transformation. I reached out to them because I was, I had a newborn baby. I was on antidepressants. I was feeling horrible about myself. And I told them, what are you guys doing? And they reached out to me. I started a program. I lost 13 pounds in 1 month, had the energy, had the, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I had the energy. I felt amazing. And they kept pushing me, hey, you should be a coach. You should be a coach. And at that time, I had to go back to work. And now I didn't want to go back to work. So I'm like, okay, let me try this. I didn't do the work, honestly, for the first 2 months. And I'm like, I honestly thought, okay, I was going to get paid without doing the work, but completely wrong. Mentality was completely wrong. So they told me you need to do 3 things: be consistent, structure, and do the 3x3. So I started doing that. Facebook, I was doing the 3x3. I went up to about 10x10. I was being consistent. I was being structured, very organized. And there were times that I didn't want to post because I'm like, no one is reaching out to me. But I kept being consistent and patient. So, and that's how I kept ranking up. I kept telling the story to all my friends, family members that I knew they were going to benefit from this program. Most of them, they were like, no, not right now. My mother-in-law, my sister-in-law reached out to me maybe 5 months later, and they told me I want to do the program. And I was like, wow, okay, let's do it. But like everybody was saying, and Priscilla, love on them, just being consistent, be true to yourself, and eventually they will come to you. And just coaching has definitely blessed me a lot because I've been able to stay at home recently. Right now, I'm working back in my previous job, but I am going to let it go because I miss working from home. And coaching not only helped me financially, but giving me the freedom of being my own boss, doing whatever I want, following up with my clients. I'm sorry, I totally forgot to put the timer. It's already been 3 minutes. So, but those are the three things I share with you guys: being consistent, structure, and posting 3 by 3 by 3, following up with your clients, and starting new conversations. That's how you're gonna get your clients, and that's how you're gonna rank up. So, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody and love you guys.
Oh, love that. Thank you so much, Abigail. Congratulations. I'm so excited for you. And, you know, like you said, sharing your story. One thing Kirsten Lavalley said, and I will never, ever, ever forget that. I think that was like a big mind shift for me, was she said once, whoever speaks to the most people, that's the person that wins. Whoever shares if you share your story with more people than me, you're going to win. You know, so go out there, be bold, share your story. Find an opportunity to share your story with people. It doesn't have to be people you know. You know, you're at the grocery store. You can share your story with someone. You find an opportunity, you share it. You share this with everyone. The UPS guy. My husband took a picture of me yesterday. I was out there with the UPS guy, and I was getting his number, and I was connecting with him on Facebook. My husband was like, how do you do that? I'm like, you know what? I don't know. It just happens. And the more you do it, the more you practice it, it gets easier. So just be bold and share your story with people, because your story is what's going to attract people. And, you know, sometimes there might be a story where you're like, well, my story doesn't relate with that person, right? I have clients that weigh over 500 pounds that I'm coaching right now. I have multiple clients like that. But guess what? We know so many coaches. We have a library of stories. You should have a library of stories. So I have Jamil's story, I have Abigail's story, I have Priscilla Nelson's story, I have Cynthia's story. And when I find someone and I know that my story might not really connect with theirs, I have somebody else's story I can share. So I encourage you guys, get to know your community, get to know the coaches on your team, get to know everybody, because you want to build a library of stories. Okay, stories is what, if you want to use that ugly word, sells, but story is what sells. Story is what inspires people. So share your stories and be bold. So last but not least, I just want to go ahead and quickly just give a shout out to all the people that ranked up this month. You know, we're excited for Justin Avini's team. They are growing incredibly. He hit his 3rd month of integrated global directors. Their team hit integrated global directors. Abigail, do you mind muting yourself real quick? Oh, you are mute. You are in mute. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Global directors, Dawn Donnelly. She hit her 2nd month. I hit my 3rd month as integrated national director. Carol Ann and Joey Billabry as well. Woo woo, Carol Ann, I'm so excited for you. 3rd month for their team. Stephanie Jaycox, 3rd month for their team as well as integrated national directors. Regional directors, we have Cynthia Sambakijan, who hit regional director her 1st month. Executive directors, we have Melissa Pledger, Tanya Hilton, and Susan Evans. Directors, David McCann. Associate directors, Abigail Garcia, Danielle Sprague, Patty Villalobos, Kirsten Schell, and Rob Clardy. And then managers, we have Brenda and Dean McGarry, Judy Grounds, Chad Gleiser, Lori Mel. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering names. I'm really trying my best. Jessica Kaminsky, Alfred Gallardo, and Julie Jernigan. And then we have so many senior coaches, which I love senior coaches, because man, when people go senior coach, I feel like I go senior coach with them too. You know, it's so much fun. So Jody Wood, I am so excited for Jody Wood, for Carol Olivas, Maria Velasquez, Patricia Arteaga, Kathy Dudley, Denise Cole, Jamie Rutherford, Cara Olivas, and Melinda McKenna. Congrats on hitting senior coach, you guys. That's pretty amazing. We have fully integrated business coaches, Amanda and Jamil Frazier, Justin, the Bombas, Emily Flores, Monica Villarreal, yes, Monica, me, Annika, Kirsten and Nick Lavalli, Casey Habansky, Carol Ann, and Joey Billabry, Joy Avini, Don Maydell, Desiree, and John DeBay, Don Donnelly, Stephanie Jaycox, and Carrie Barber, and Stephen Wade. I saw you, Steve. Congratulations. And then we have the 10K Club, who we have Don Donnelly, Stephanie Jaycox, Carrie Barber, Mary Blatchley, Steve Wade, Brittany Kilgore, Nick, and Kirsten Lavalli. The 9K Club, we have Tammy Hubbard, The AK Club, we have Susan Evans and Laura Behrens. And then we have the 6 and 7K Club, which is Lisa Armenta, Chase and Mary Basinger. It's Basinger, right? Basinger? Yes, okay, perfect. And Kate Tombillo, Nicole and Eric Cluth, Amy Marn, Laura Hubble, Mark Pampeno, Ashley Baca, Tara and Chris Clark, Sabrina May, Jeff and Melissa Brown, David and Krista Pruitt, Sanja Love, and Vicky Agerdahl. Congratulations to everybody. We have new Cope certified coaches, Tanya Hilton and Maria Velasquez, and we have so many new health coaches that came on this team, 107 to be exact. So I just want to congratulate everybody. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing amazing. You know, we call this health church, right? And I don't want to compare Optavia to God, but we call God the vine, right? And we always say plug into the vine. I encourage you guys to plug into Optavia. You know, if you're a coach and you're serious about this, plug into the trainings, plug into your mentorship team, plug into the community, and be Optavia. If you want to create that abundance for your life, be Optavia. Don't just do it, but be it. So congratulations, everybody. I'm going to start recording.